Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me for this lesson today. But before we get started, if you like what you see here, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel so that you can see more mindfulness exercises for kids, and eventually over the summer we're going to start adding in some physical activity. So before we get started, let's really talk about why we do mindfulness. As humans, and I don't know about other cultures, but as the American culture, we are time travelers. And what I mean by that is we, in our minds, are always thinking about something else besides the present. You're thinking about something that happened to you last week, and you're still worried about that. You're also thinking about what's going to happen in the future. Let's say you did something and got in trouble last week. So now you're dwelling on that, and that's all you're thinking about. Between that and the punishment that's going to come, you're thinking about those two things, and so you really don't have time to think about what's going on right now, what's in front of you. And that's what mindfulness does. And we'll get into waterfall and stuff a little bit next week because we're doing some loving kindness stuff today. But it really resonates that you need to be present, and it's hard to be present without being taught how to be present. And that's what we're doing with this mindfulness training and what we do every day. And you guys have done it at school, especially when we do the sitting still like a frog. And so we're moving that to a little bit more advanced level through these lessons. So before we get into the position that, let's talk about forgiveness and understanding. If you're like me, if somebody does something wrong, and as some of my students, I'm very, very quick to forgive you, to talk to you about it, to get the understanding, and then you're off, and that's all there is to it. I don't give it any other thought. But for me, even something very little bothers me to the core, especially if it's something that I've done or something that I've felt. And it makes me think, why am I so quick to forgive and truly, really forgive others? But I'm so hard on myself for that absolute perfection in everything. And that's what this loving kindness kind of does when you're giving yourself loving kindness. And it's not something that's super lovey-dovey. I mean, it is, but there's a lot of science that goes in behind it. And the book that I talked about yesterday really talks about that. But it's about learning to, forgive yourself and learning to really love yourself in all the uniqueness that you are. So we're going to get started today by sitting in our crisscross applesauce position, or if you feel more comfortable to be in a chair, you can be in a chair. We usually stare off a little bit or close your eyes, and we're going to do the breathing in and out. We're going to work on our breath, and then we're going to talk about do some of the things that we did yesterday. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, not rigid, not real loose, but nice and tall. Let your shoulders be soft, and this will be tight. Soft as let them hang loose. Hands in your lap, and take that big, deep breath in and close your eyes. So we're going to go in and out. In and out. And for the first 30 seconds to 45 seconds of this, we're just going to work on our breath. So I really want you to breathe in at a normal pace, but pay attention to that breath. Pay attention to how it feels going in and how it feels going out. And just like the game that we've talked about, if you catch yourself thinking about something else, that's okay. That's part of it. That's part of mindfulness. Congratulations, you were mindful enough to know that you were thinking about something else besides your breath. So gently bring yourself back to that breath going in and the breath going out. We're going to extend some of that loving kindness to ourselves today. And tomorrow we're going to get into some other stuff about it. But what I want you to say, and you will eventually come up with your own sayings that you will stick with. But it needs to be the same thing over and over so that you really, truly believe it. You need to be mindful of what you're saying. Think about the phrase that you're saying. Give a little pause and then get ready for the next phrase. So the first phrase is, may I be safe. I be happy? May I be healthy? May I live with ease? May I be safe? May I be happy? May I be healthy? May I live with ease? And we can even shorten those up a little bit with the may I be safe? Be happy? Be healthy? Live with ease. May I be safe? Be happy? Be healthy? Live with ease. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly, gently open your eyes. And remember, as always, we do not stand up. We don't get real active right after this. You've lowered your heart rate, you've lowered your blood pressure. And if you stand up, you could get dizzy. And if you do, just sit right back down until you get back to where you need to be. And as Red Oak Raiders, remember to respect ourselves, others, and our place, expect to learn, do our best, own our behavior, always treat others the way we want to be treated, and know we can. Thanks, and I'll see you tomorrow.